Okay, so I'm going to do this daily review real quick. All right, the market was, it was kind of interesting today. It did some chopping. It was crazy. But anyway, let's see. So ES, we're holding steady above the 20 EMA and the 200 day moving average. They're kind of like together right here, the gold line and the red line. We're holding steady above it. I just put this line right here as a supply level, possibly. Let's see. Yeah, we still haven't, did we get up to this? Yeah, we got above the neckline of that double top. So we're doing okay as far as, looks like we may go up a little, could possibly go up a little bit more. I don't know. I think it's kind of going to depend on NQ. I'm not sure. Or we're waiting on NQ. Anyway, let me go. Let me go on. So right now we've got we're over the 50 RSI, which is pretty decent. That's actually can be pretty bullish. We got on the daily, we got a RSI of a little bit more than 50. So that's good. Okay, the hour. I didn't take any trades on ES. To me, it looked harder to trade than NQ. But today, we were bullish, kind of bullish. But when I woke up, the market opened, we looked bullish. We had this black line over the 20, over the red line, which is the 5 over the 20 EMA. And so I was only looking for longs on ES. Let's see. What was the 8 o'clock candle? No, that's the 9. So that first red candle, this red candle is the 8 o'clock opening candle, include open. If you were trading the hour, we went under the 5 EMA, and when we got above the 5 EMA, that could have been a long to take to this previous high, because we didn't get higher than that previous high that we got before market open. Let's see. Then we got to the 20 EMA, and I guess you could have got in here when we got either above this, what they call an indecision candle, this doji here. Could have waited till the top of that to get in long, or just got in at the 5 EMA and took that long to this resistance level right here. Let's look at the 5 minute. All right. All right, yeah, starting off the day, we went down. We had the bearish cross on the 5 minute. So I wasn't supposed to take that. I didn't. We got bullish around here, which is when the 5 EMA crossed the 20 EMA and we had a closure above the 50. The confirmation candle was this big green candle. So I could have played a pullback back to the 5 EMA or some kind of pullback and got in long. And that would have been a good trade for the day. But then we kind of kept wicking a little slightly above this previous high. We just didn't want to get above it. So we headed back down. We got the bearish cross in the 5 minute. And this one could have, I didn't take it. I don't think I was watching at this time. But it looked bullish to me. Because we had a closure, a full body closure over the 50. We had that confirmed the 5 and the 20 EMA cross. But instead of coming back up, we went right back down. And it looks like our support, the level we didn't want to get under was the 200 day on the 5 minute. And it also looked like the 20 on the hour. It's similar. They're usually in similar locations. So this was support, and it just kind of fought between going under it, staying under it, and going above it. I just basically danced around it for quite a bit of time. And that was also support previously at the beginning of the day. So we kind of danced around that level, and then finally, it was after 2, we got bullish. We crossed the 5 EMA over the 20 EMA, had a closure over the 50, And if you were fast, you could have maybe caught this here, or just wait until you get on top of this one and take that long. And that was the day, but it was, you know, if you weren't disciplined, you might have got caught in a lot of traps here. But anyway, let's go with NQ. I did take a trade on NQ. Today, NQ looked a little better, I thought. So I traded that. Okay, for the daily, we finally got to close over the 200 on NQ, which is pretty good. We haven't reached the neckline of that double top. And we're just slightly over the 50 RSI. Just slightly over the 50 RSI on the daily. So, nothing's looking really bearish on the NQ right now. All right, now on the hour chart. All right, this was our 8 o'clock candle, I believe. Let me check. Yeah, that tight doji was our 8 o'clock candle right here. And as right now, at that point, you can see it was struggling to get this yellow dotted line is the 200-day moving average on the daily that I plotted out. We were struggling to get over that at one point, and then we finally broke it. But then we kind of got back down, and then we went over it. So we were just kind of struggling today. So this was the 8 o'clock candle. We got under the 5. Could have possibly waited here, which would have been kind of hard. I would have never gotten in right at that 200. So this was kind of hard to trade, kind of. Just looking for me, use the only thing that looked like a good trade is this. We had a close over the 5, under the 5 EMA with this red candle. And then we got over it. So maybe like once this got above this candle, it could have taken that long. But let's look at the 5 minute and I'll go over. I took 2 trades on NQ. One went okay, the other one not so much. Okay, let's see. The first, because I'm only looking for longs. So the first trade I took was, let's see, somewhere around here. Okay, yeah. This candle right here, this green candle confirmed the 5 EMA crossing over the 20 EMA. And of course, we were over the 50. So I felt we were bullish and I wanted to take a trade maybe up to here. So I got in somewhere around here and I took a quick scalp, a 1-to-1 scalp from there to somewhere around below, not quite at to that 200 because I wasn't confident necessarily that we were going to break it. So I took that trade. I think I got like 10 points, maybe a little over 10 points. And let's see, this was another trade that could have possibly been taken if you were fast. No, if I'd taken this, I'd got stopped out. It's just like that ES trade where it faked us out. It looks bullish, but it's not. I didn't take that one, but it would have fit my strategy, but I would have got stopped out because if I had got in here, it just kept going down. And then we started, and I took another trade. I shouldn't have taken it. It was a B setup. We were under the 50 EMA, and we had the bearish cross with the 5 under the 20. And I had this drawn out as a level I needed to see this close under before I would think I should go short. So I actually thought this was a good trade. Normally at this time, this was like between 12 and 1. Central, I wouldn't even trade. But I saw it and I just thought that since ES had hit the 200-day on the 5 minute, NQ was going to try to do the same. So I got in here thinking that we would come back down here. So we have this closure under here, which means a break of structure. So I got back in somewhere in this area thinking we would, like in between the 5 EMA and that level. I got in somewhere in this area thinking we would go straight down, and we just chopped up, and I was like, yeah, I don't know, this day is kind of it's not an easy day anyway. So I got out with just because it didn't stop me out, but because it just chopped. So I didn't get stopped out. I had it above this point here. So it didn't stop me out, but it definitely didn't get to the 200. So at one point I was down a little, then I was up a little, then I was down a little, and I just got out and I only took 1 point. I just took $20. So that was pretty much break even for that trade. And then I was done. I had somewhere to go anyway. So, but yeah. And then just like ES, finally we had the bullish cross and a break and close over the 50. We came back down and then we finally came back up. But it was after 2 and I don't trade after 2. All right, so gold, I took a trade in gold that didn't work out so well. I didn't lose any money, but it didn't work out the way I wanted it to. Let's see. All right, so as daily, far as the daily with gold, we're consolidating in these very short range, very small range right here. We got this candle and this candle just pretty much inside of the same range. We haven't dropped down to the 20. We're kind of dancing at the 5 EMA on the daily is what it looks like. Let's see the hour. Okay, let's starting off the day. We had just looks like this is I remember that candle. But anyway, because when I first got up, I saw this and I saw the rejection of that, and I was bullish. I felt we would go up, and then not only that, we had gotten below the 5 EMA, but we had gotten not only below the 5 EMA, we got all the way down to the 200-day moving average pretty much on this hour chart. And we had closed over the 5 EMA. And so I was bullish and I wanted to take a bullish trade. So that's the 5-minute chart. And this was, and I didn't get it because it just ran without me. I was kind of upset about that. But at open, this was the opening candle at 8:30 Central. I saw this. We closed here, but I like to wait until open. And let's see, it was the 8:30. Yeah, that was the 8:30 candle right here. This was the 8:30 candle. And not only did we have a good close of the 5 EMA, we closed above this area, this resistance level. So after I saw this candle, I put a limit long to go long, limit order to go long, buy order, I guess, right here, like right at that line, a little above it right here. But as soon as this candle closed, it just went up and never came back down. So, and it ran up pretty good, and I missed that. So sometimes you just got to be kind of quick. And then this was open, so the market moves pretty fast when New York opens. So this was another opportunity to get long here. Here was an opportunity, but it just had to wait. You would have had to wait for a while because we consolidated. And then once we really got to the 5 EMA, we just went up. And then we started heading down. There was a supply level up here at this line here. We didn't quite make it there, but I had a line there for a supply level. And then we had a bearish cross. We crossed here, the 5 under the 20. Oh, okay. This was a trade I took on gold. Let's see. So we were bullish. We got below, we've gotten closed below the 5 EMA. So because I missed this, I want to get in long with gold because I missed that long. That was a really good one. So once I saw this green candle close above the 5 EMA, I got in right here at the 5 EMA. And we only went up just this tiny little bit. And then once this candle finished and it was a doji, I got out because I was like, this looks like a reversal candle. And I got out, and it's a good thing because I would have got stopped out. So these tight candles like that, when it closes like that, not all the time, but they're considered indecision candles, and sometimes will reverse when we see these. Not all the time, though. There's no such thing as all the time in trading. But yeah, so I was able to get out before I got stopped out, because once that candle finished and I saw what it looked like, I just got out. So I got out, I don't know, I got like a half of a point. So let's see. We went down, we got bearish. We had a close under. But at this point, if I'm trading the 1 hour, this would be a B setup, because we're looking bullish on the 1 hour. So this is what I call a B setup, meaning the possibility of them winning isn't quite as good, but it's still a decent setup. So with this candle, we closed below the 50. We had the bearish cross. So could have got in here short. And because it's not following the 1 hour, it's see money, take money. You don't expect too much, because the market hasn't proven that it's ready to be bearish. So if I take one of these B setups, then I need to see money, take money. I didn't take this trade, but if I had been watching, this would have been one of my setups that I could have taken, and I would have had to get in and just get out. It seemed like VWAP was holding it. And eventually we got a fake up, and then we came down and continued to come down to the 200. This was a trade right here. If I was watching, we had this red candle close before the 5, and then we went back above it and could have got back in right at the 5 and possibly taken that to the previous low or the 200-day, because that's what's holding it up right now. The 5 minute on the 200-day moving average on the 5 minute. And let's see. Let's see. And on the hour, it's pretty much the 20-day moving average kind of. So anyway, that was gold. So today was a pretty shaky day. I didn't do too bad, but in Q I had I believe it was 215, and then I had the 1 point trade where I got out because we were consolidating. But I got out with $20, so that gave me 235, and then I took that GC trade that didn't work out, but I was able to get out with $50. So I had a decent day, even though it was a little more difficult than yesterday. Okay, crude on the daily. Okay, looks like we might have hit, let's see. We got an indecision candle here. That's what we formed today. But we did get that cross of the 5 and the 20. If I were paying attention, I should have got in here. Maybe not, because this is the actual confirmation candle here. If we pull back to the 5 EMA, I could possibly take a long up to the 50. I'm probably not going to do it, but it would be something I can look at. But we had an indecision candle. We made a higher high, but we came back down. Yeah, and this candle right here is tomorrow. It's if I do this, it's 326. That candle is for tomorrow. The futures market closes at 4 o'clock Central, and then it reopens at 5 o'clock Central, and it forms the candle for tomorrow. So that's what that candle is. I'm doing this a bit late. This is today's candle right here. All right, now looking on the hour, we started off bullish. Let's see. This is the 8 o'clock candle. So we're looking bullish, but it looked like we hit a wall. So then we just had this huge red candle down. If I were trading the hour, it wouldn't have been that great a trade. I mean, it would have violated the strategy necessary. But if I got in here, when it went back, it didn't go back to the 5 EMA, it went back to the 20. And when we didn't have that cross before we started just going down, on the hour, we did not come back up to make any rechecks or whatever. We just floored it down on crude. We do that a lot on crude. And then we hit that 50 EMA on the hour, and that was our support. We could not close beneath it. And then now we're heading up on crude, becoming bullish on the 1 hour. Not quite yet, but let's see. All right, the 5 minute. All right. At first it was looking bullish, but then we had, and again, this is a B setup, we had a close under the 50 EMA, the purple line, and we had our cross of the 5 under the 20. And after this candle finished, we kind of came up to the 5 EMA. Could have got in here, somewhere here in the body of this candle, or just waited until we got beneath that candle and took that short to the 200. That would have been a B setup, though, because it wouldn't agree with the hour at the time. Another B setup. We got a close above the 5, then we had a close under the 5 EMA. We got back up to the 5 EMA, and that would have been, it could have been a short. All right. Then we made a higher low. So after making a higher low, you don't want to look for shorts right now. We broke this structure here, which means we made a higher high with this. And not only that, we got the 5 crossing above the 20, and we got a closure, a full body closure above the 50. We come back down, had a retracement, and that could have been taken long. All right, so that was it for the day. It's kind of late, but the market looked so weird today. I wanted to review it just so I can take a look at, sometimes when I do this, I see things that I didn't see when I was trading, and it just forces me to analyze it a little bit more and see things a little bit differently. So I really wanted to do the review today because this is not my kind of day necessarily to trade, but it was one of those days you don't realize it until later on in the day when you realize we're just chopping. So that's it. Bye-bye.